as far as our SBI entrance is concerned. And this part is picture writing. In this part, you will see a picture will be given to you, and you will be asked. Actually, this is going to be part of your SSB, Services Selection Board interview. Okay. Now, in picture writing, you may be asked to write a story on the picture. You may be asked to write picture. You may be asked things, whatever the things you see or persons you see in the picture, you will be asked to describe them, and then write an account of the ideas or the feelings that the pictures give. By looking at the picture, what kind of ideas come to your mind, you will be asked to describe them. You will be asked to give the account or report of that. So these are the things can be asked as far as picture writing is concerned. Again, I repeat, a picture will be given to you. You have to watch it very carefully, and on the basis of that picture, you will be asked to write a story, or maybe you will be asked to describe that picture, or maybe you will be asked to write a report or the account of the things that you see in that picture. Most questions will be asked to you. For this purpose, you will be pay attention or watching the picture. Now, locks. Importance of picture. Picture locks your memory. Picture open your memory. Picture will that it will open your memory. Opens up your store of ideas. When you see a picture, dear students, when you see a picture, it flashes back to your memory. It will take you back to your memory. When you open up a picture, it will take you back to your memory or the incidents which are happened in the past time, which may hold a similar image of that picture. Such kind of image will create in your mind also. Thus, the picture makes you remember and tells you of many things. A picture will tell you many things, but there could be pictures that do not help you to react. But there could be pictures that do not help you to react. You think hard. You may recall only a few facts. Some vague images. Vague images means the images which are not clear. Using this, you could fill in the gaps with details that would seem to make sense. Looking at the picture, there will be a vague image in your mind. Vague image means the image or the picture which is not clear. So whatever the necessity things, you will have to fill them up. Sorry, sir. Hello. Next, hold a group of photographs to be perfect or master in picture writing. Here are some tips I would like to give you. You pay attention to them. These tips will help you to be master in picture writing. Hold a group photograph of your family. This is the practice for becoming the master in picture writing. Students, hold a group photograph of your family taken some 5 years ago. Observe how your memory fleets about. Looking at that family photo, how your memory can fly, and you may recollect many things that happened 5 years ago. Then you will start remembering many things looking at the family photo or the family photograph, or were associated with the persons sitting in the group. You will start associating with the person sitting in the group photo. Pick up a picture. Then, so this was about the family photograph. and then pick up a picture of crowd. You will have to take a picture of crowd led by a man whose clenched fist is raised like this high, whose clenched fist is raised high, and his mouth is half open. So if you see such pictures and you are familiar, you are acquainted with such pictures, with this type of senses, the man must be leading a protest march. किसी मोर्चा को लीड कर रहा है जब ऐसा एक फोटो में दिखता है कोई व्यक्ति, तो this means that a person is leading a protest. A person is leading a protest march. Why should he do this? There could be many reasons. His leader may have been arrested while this man clenching his fist is leading a march. There could be many reasons. His leader may have been arrested, maybe on a false charge. Why? Perhaps it was becoming inconvenient for some mill owner to carry on his dubious activities or doubtful activities. This is one of the ways through reasoning step by step. Look at the picture, look at that man who is leading, clenching his face and raising high, mouth is open. Then you start taking some ideas or formulating some ideas, and step by step, some vague or unclear ideas will start becoming clear. This is one of the ways. This is one of the ways through reasoning step by step to propel the story forward. To propel the story forward then means to move the story forward. You see a picture. You see a picture. We are talking about the picture which unlocks your memory, which opens your memory. You see a picture of lady. Next picture, first picture was of your photo, uh, of your family photograph. Then second, a protest march, and then, for example, you can see a picture or imagine a picture, or you can collect a picture, find a picture of a lady handing over a trophy to a boy. In a picture, suppose a lady is handing over a boy, trophy to a boy. In the background, you discover a large number of people sitting in chairs. A lady is handing over a trophy to the boy, and in the backdrop of that picture, people are sitting in their chairs. You, at once, when you start thinking about this picture, then you will recognize that it is a photograph of a prize distribution function. So the persons or the things in the picture or the background of the picture will help you recognize the picture and what it is about. Because you have attended such functions, just think over it as you get into the memory lane. The door to your experiences just opens a little wider. Then when you start thinking, then your experiences will start opening again the doors of your knowledge or the memory. You can vividly or clearly see the past images. Thus, the picture stirs or stimulate or excite your mind, and you are able to write a good narration of what happened in the function. Then you will start imagining what might have happened in the picture or in that prize distribution ceremony. So family photograph, protest march, then prize distribution ceremonies, such are the pictures by which you easily can master your picture writing. In your examination, you may get a question like this. You may get a question like this. Look at here. Suppose write a story or description or an account of what the picture suggests to you. Such kinds of question will be there about this picture writing. Write a story or description or an account of what the picture suggests to you. Your composition may be directly about the subject of the picture, maybe it will be about the direct subject of the picture, or to take or to take suggestions from it, or sometimes you will be asked to take some suggestions. The questions, the base of the questions will be about the direct subject, or maybe the suggestions from it. But there must be a clear connection between the picture and the composition. There must be clear connection between the picture and the ideas you are writing in your composition or the story or the description. The picture forms part of your examination. It may be a photograph, the types of photograph of an action scene, take from a real scene. The picture will be from the real scene, artificial setting, maybe TV or film photo. It may be a copy of drawing or painting. The picture which is going to be provided you may be a drawing or painting. It is designed to have an impact on your imagination. So such pictures or paintings which are provided to you have an impact on your imagination. According to the examiner's instructions, you may do one of the things. Number one, write a story on the picture if it is asked to you. If you are asked to make the description of it, then you will have to describe it, or write an account of the ideas or the feelings that the picture stirs in your mind. Or you may be asked to write the report or the account of the ideas or the feelings those come in your mind by looking at the picture. Then you will have to give the account of them. Each of the above will require a different kind of writing. But whatever you write must spring out of the picture. That will come from the picture. That will be related to the picture. There will be connection between the picture and your ideas which you are going to write. Must have a clear and close connection with the picture. Now, look at here a story based on a picture. You have to invent a nuclear plot involving the persons that you see. There could be just two or a crowd in the picture. There may be a person, two persons, or maybe a crowd in the picture. Think that this is a dramatic moment in your short story. That picture is a dramatic moment in your story. You have to think. It means the story has already traveled up to this point. That means that the story has already begun and the story has come to that point. That point has formed a picture in front of you. It is now going to move forward, unfolding the future happenings, which will smoothly lead to a convincing end. And from that on, you have to start the future happenings with a convincing end. Convincing end, that means the reader should like your ending of the story. Now take up a position and start thinking. Now you have to take your position and start thinking. Why do you not involve yourself in the action? You yourself can involve in the action. Identify yourself with one of the persons in the picture. You have to correlate yourself with one of the persons in the picture. It will help you to think more properly. Having identified with one of them, you will feel that you know them or some of them. Then you will start thinking that, or you will start realizing that other persons in the picture are familiarized with you. You are acquainted with them. Sometime back you had a meeting with them. Maybe sometime back you had a meeting with them. What was your problem? Now think of a villain, then you have to think of a villain in the picture. What is the plan? The killing him to kill the villain? No. To fight with them? No. Or to hand him over to the police? Yes. But you do not possess any substantial proof against him. If you want to hand over such kinds of villainous person to the police, then you should have some substantial proof or strong proof. And if you don't have, then what will you do? Something must happen. His elder brother of a saintly disposition, that means saintly minded disposition comes back from a pilgrimage after a year. Suppose his elder brother might have come from a pilgrimage, यात्रेवरून परत आलेला आहे, यात्रा से अभी वापिस आया है, who is a saintly minded person. He finds that his younger brother has got all his property transferred in his own name through fraudulent means. Fraudulent means wrong way or by cheating. He has dug out proof of his brother's heinous, heinous means hateful and unlawful, not according to the law, activities. This helps the police arrest the villain. Tears roll down from the eyes of both the brothers. The police jeep carrying the younger brother moves out of sight. This is one of the many ways you may proceed building up the short story. You have to plan a story by reasoning out every next step on the basis of the simple message to be conveyed that the wicked must be punished and the virtuous must be rewarded. In your story, such ideas should be there that the wicked person must be punished and a good person must be rewarded. You may have any other theme, any other way of propelling the story, that means moving the story forward, any style of narration, any appropriate dialogue. Yes, you can insert some appropriate dialogues, any proper effort of characterization, you can make the characters, any stimulating setting, some interesting setting to create an atmosphere, any message for the reader, any kind of ending. But whatever you do, remember that you will be able to hold the story together as long as the realities of human life are convincingly and creditably expressed. So, human life or the characteristics of human life should be there in your story. Regarding the art of writing short stories, you will get some good idea by reading some stories. If you want to develop such kinds of skills in you, then you should read some stories. Then a description based on a picture. How we have to describe a picture. In the earlier part of this chapter, you have been given some guidelines that I have already told you for descriptive composition or descriptive writing about a picture. Since your starting point, here is the given picture. Some additional suggestions will prove helpful in attempting such a composition. For the description of a picture, study the picture carefully. Watch the picture carefully. By paying attention to specific details, first you have to watch the picture, then you have to pay attention to each and every details of the picture. Then now widen the focus to take in the whole picture. Look at the whole picture. Then find out the general causes which have an impact on the details of the picture. So you have to find some causes which make an impact on the details of the picture. Then, how have the general causes affected other men or things not shown in the picture? The causes, general causes which impacted on the details of the picture, and those causes may impact on the persons or the things which are not in the picture also. Directly, some causes are there which affect or make an impact on the persons or the things which are already there in the picture, but those causes may affect those things which are not there in the picture also. So you have to think on both the ways. The conclusion should be based on the causes. Your conclusion of the description should be based on the causes and results that you see in the picture. Near the end of the chapter, you will find a picture. Study this picture presented for picture composition and the guidelines suggested above. In a picture, you have to see the causes. Suppose an accident is there, accident scene is there in the picture. Then what is the cause of accident? Maybe not following the traffic rules. Then effect, a person is a motorbike person is fallen on the road, or some damages are done to the car. These are the causes. And conclusion, what is the conclusion? We must be watchful while driving on the road, while we ride a bike or drive a car. We must follow the traffic rules, these things. Then an account based an account based on a picture. By looking at the picture, what emotions or the feelings or the ideas come to your mind? We have to give the report of it. We have to give the account of it. For this, the examiner, the person who wanted to take your examination, that examiner wants you to write an account of the details or the report of what the picture suggests to you. Account means report, description, or the narration, etc. However, the requirement of this suggestion is the requirement of this suggestion is a little different from those of the other two due to the wording. What the picture? However, the requirement of this question is little different from those of the other two due to the wording. What the picture suggests to you. What the picture suggests to you. It may suggest differently to different persons. A picture suggests us, but suggestions may different according to the persons. Different persons can be differently suggested. It is more or less subjective. Suppose a picture shows a palmist reading the lines of the palm of a person squatting on the footpath. Suppose a person is sitting on a footpath and that person is a palmist. Palmist, that means a person deals with the hand, the lines on the hands. That person is called the palmist. Now, a picture of that palmist is given to you. The person who is a palmist sitting on the footpath, that picture is there in front of you, but that picture will suggest different things to different people. Your subjective thinking or feeling will depend on whether you believe in palmistry. Actually, the suggestions will be different on the basis. If you believe in the palmistry, then suggestions will be different. If you don't believe in the palmistry, then it will suggest you different things. So that picture will suggest different things to different people. Can a person's future be told by examining the lines of his hand? This will be the question in your mind, that only looking at the lines on our hands will decide our destination, will decide our future, whether it is good or bad. These are the questions will come to your mind. Who comes to the palmist? If you believe in this, will come to the palmist. If the person doesn't believe, if the person don't believe in palmistry, they will not come to the picture. That picture will suggest different things to that people, that person. A person who is searching for a job or preparing for a great test of his life, a person who is in search of a job, welcome to that person. A person who is being dodged by ill luck, or the person who is being chased by ill luck, the person whose luck is not good, a rich businessman who always gets his future checked up before starting a new financial project, a person who wanted to start business, that person will come to that palmistry person, or the person who looks at the palms or the lines and tells you that businessman wanted to see what kind of business will be there in the future, will it flourish or not. But if our destiny has already been carved out by our creator, what is the use of worrying about the future? But other person will think differently. He will see, he will think that the creator has created us. So our fate is in the hands of the God, not in the hands of such kind of palmist man, or on our lines in the hands. Or can we change our destiny by our efforts? So different questions will come to different people by looking at the same picture. It depends on the ideology of the person. So the feelings of the sentiment will be different. The starting point, that this is the picture, this is the starting point, that that is the picture will be common to all, but thoughts and accompanied feelings. The picture is common, but thinking or ideas or sentiments or emotions will be, or the thinking will be different. As indicated above, may take different directions. Such a composition gives you considerable freedom, to use your imagination. To use your imagination. Indeed, you can allow your thoughts and feelings to journey beyond the bounds of the picture. And by looking at such pictures, what ideas come to your mind, you have to develop them. You have to describe them. But there should be connection between your ideas, narration, reporting with the picture. A word of caution is necessary. A bird coming out of its nest in the morning enjoys the freedom of its flight. Suppose there is a picture, and in the picture a bird uh, is flying. A bird is flying in that picture, and beside them, that flying bird, there is a tree. Okay, a bird is flying from a tree, suppose, and these are the things in the picture. Then what ideas come to your mind? You have to report, you have to give an account of it. A word of caution is necessary. So a bird coming out of its nest in the morning enjoys the freedom of its flight under the white sky. A bird who is coming out of its nest, and that nest is hung to the tree. In the morning time, that bird is coming out of the nest and starts flying in the sky. But that bird again returns to the same nest in the evening. The bird which flies in the morning returns in the evening to its nest. In the morning, it enjoys the freedom, but again, it comes to its nest. There is the freedom and it a plan to be secure. There is a freedom and there is a plan to be secure. There is a plan for resting. These things should be there in your account. The bird does not lose its way in an unknown